We are the Wesleyan Church. We were born in the struggle to free men, women, and children from the tyranny of slavery and inequality.
Wesleyan Church became one of the most vocal forces for abolitionism in pre-Civil War America.
When we read the Bible and see God's vision of a new kingdom, of a peaceable kingdom where all people are equal, those early Wesleyan Methodists said, why can't we transform society in the same way and with the help of God that individuals can be transformed?
Our founding fathers and mothers preached against the evils of slavery while shielding themselves from the angry shouts, stones, and even bullets of their critics. Our first churches served as shelters for runaway slaves. In one of our chapels, the first Women's Rights Convention in North America was held.
A couple of key points. One is that the chapel in which the first Women's Rights Convention took place in Seneca Falls was a Wesleyan Methodist chapel. The women who organized the first Women's Rights Convention were not Wesleyans, but the pastor was sympathetic and signed the declaration, as did 10 members of this church.
We were one of the first denominations to ordain women ministers. Passion for the souls of men and women burned in our hearts during the first revivals and camp meetings of the 1800s.
But it wasn't only just passion. That passion was empowered by the Holy Spirit. I love to hear the stories of where particularly Charles Finney would go to a town, and before he got there, people were so under conviction, they wanted something desperately changed in their life.
Our first missionaries built hospitals and clinics on foreign soil and gave their lives in the cause of alleviating illness and suffering while sharing the message of salvation and the infilling of the Holy Spirit. Some of our first national meetings were held in storefront, inner-city missions. It's who we are. We are Wesleyan. We are servants of Jesus the Christ, and we love those whom He loves.
One of the things that I really appreciate about serving on the General Board, the emphasis that we have just at this session on human trafficking. It's important that we, as followers of Christ, have that touch our heart and then flow into our actions as well.
As men and women from all backgrounds and cultures, we answer the priceless call of God to holy living and service. And our arms are open to every person of every color who needs to know the love of Jesus and the power of His Holy Spirit.
That church that started at Pentecost, that represented every nation, every color, every ethnic group at that particular time of the world. That's how the Church of Jesus Christ started. And the Wesleyan Church embraces that and has embraced that for the last 150 years, and we continue to embrace that. Our arms are open wide, and we want to be part of that church that Jesus has in the vision in Revelation, that around the throne of God is every person represented in this world. That's us.
It's who we are. We are Wesleyan.